There is a breaking news, friends. Tesla Giga Berlin just received an important approval to begin the next phase of the construction of its European first Gigafactory outside of Berlin. Today, August 17, the Brandenburg State Office for the Environment approved the early state of Tesla's next construction phase for its European production facility. A report from the Ministry of Agriculture, Environment and Climate Protection called MLUK indicated that the local government approved Tesla's request to begin the next phase of construction at the site. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armen Harayan from TorqueNews.com. If you are here for the first time, please subscribe to our channel, like this video to show your appreciation of our local friends who have shared the link on Twitter, and that's how I saw it. That helps us to constantly get information from Giga Berlin, and also please ring the notification bell so you don't miss my next Tesla story. By the way, Torque News, we're hiring Tesla and electric car reporters to write stories at TorqueNews.com about Tesla and electric cars. If you have been doing comments on this website, on this YouTube channel regularly and would like to be paid to write more about Tesla, please contact me and take a look at my post in the community page of Torque News, and the details are there. So today, the German government's website from Brandenburg is reporting approval granted for an early start for another construction phase for Gigafactory in Grünheide. Why it's phase by phase, I will let you know a little bit later. But first, let's look at the text of the approval. It's from Potsdam. It says, this is Google translated, the State Office for the Environment today approved the early start of a further construction phase for the construction of the Tesla vehicle production facility. Among other things, the construction of driven piles as part of the foundation is permitted. So approval was possible because statements from all authorities involved were available, and it was determined that the decision in favor of the developer in the emission control approval process can be expected. As part of the second public participation, which began with the display of the documents on July 2, 6 new objections have been received so far, and 6 have added their objections from the first public participation. No aspects were presented in the objections that require a different assessment by the competent authorities. Tesla continues to do the work at its own risk. In making this decision, the main consideration was the protection of the groundwater. Special requirements are placed on the material of the concrete piles in order to guarantee the protection of the groundwater. A concept for the refueling of the non-mobile pile drivers had to be presented to ensure that no substances hazardous to water can get into the ground. Appropriate requirements ensure that the vibrations that occur during ramming do not endanger roads and railways in the vicinity of the construction site. Noise protection issues also had to be checked again and lead to extensive requirements. Extensive noise measurements are again taking place during the work to ensure compliance with noise protection requirements. So friends, this ends the official information provided by the German authorities about the new Tesla permit. So you can see that the German authorities are stressing that Tesla continues the work at its own risk. Second, the German authorities also say that this is an early approval. That means partial approval, only to do this piling work at certain level. Noise has to be checked, make sure the refueling of the machines are done in such a way so hazardous materials don't fall on the ground. Make sure the piles are constructed from materials that do not endanger the quality of groundwater, which I guess may be a drinking water for the area. So the groundwater needs to be preserved. Lots of things, and Tesla is doing these things at its own risk. Joy Klender explains and comments on this in Tesla Radi, saying refueling the non-mobile pile drive drivers that Tesla's crews need to use for the next phase was the primary concern for those who complained. Now, you see there were objections from the public, right? And so this is an objection for them, and one of the primary concerns. The fueling process could lead to chemicals being spilled on the ground and contaminating the groundwater in the area. The required protective material will eliminate the possibility of polluting the water located at the Giga Berlin landmass. Joey also continues saying, additionally, more requirements will be made that will ensure local roads and railways are not damaged from the vibrations that will naturally occur from the pile driving process. Do you remember when Tesla was doing some pile drivings in the beginning as test process? Now there's given a permit for the next phase of doing that at limited levels, because yesterday and this morning I reported now that Tesla has reduced the number of piles that it's going to use in the construction of Giga Berlin. Now these vibrations that will come from will naturally occur from the pile driving process will be controlled at Giga Berlin. How they will be controlled, I don't know. But a study from the Missouri University of Science and Technology states that certain types of soil can be used to control vibration. So this is interesting, and thanks to Joey Klender for finding this study from the Missouri University of Science and Technology. Joey also comments saying local authorities will also be checking to ensure that construction crews are controlling the amount of noise that is made at Giga Berlin. Noise protection was one of the measures that was taken when construction first began at Giga Berlin. The noise measurement devices were installed near the land to keep the noise at minimum. Okay, now we talked about making sure that these vibrations do not damage the railways of the area. Speaking of railways, Tesla using the railroad and trains to bring prefabricated materials is one of the main contributing factors of Tesla Giga Berlin's speed. This morning I reported another report about Giga Berlin showing how much has been done, how the roof of the drive unit is almost ready, and we think that the shell of the drive unit with the entire roof completed will be ready by the end of next week. So how come that while we were all surprised at the speed of Tesla Giga Shanghai, Giga Berlin is going faster than Giga Shanghai? Is because first, Tesla is using prefabricated materials, about which Elon Musk talked about in a tweet. Second, it's the trains that bring materials, because at Giga Shanghai, Tesla was bringing materials by trucks, and that was taking a long time, and these are very heavy materials. At Giga Berlin, they're just using trains and bringing lots of things on trains, which makes things faster and speedier, and also, of course, amazing German engineering. Nothing wrong against the Chinese engineering, because they've done a superb job with the phase 1 and phase 2 of Giga Shanghai, but looks like amazing engineering of Giga Berlin there. In fact, speaking of the speed of Giga Berlin, take a look my previous report that I just filed 15 minutes ago. You will see an astonishing speed at Giga Texas, just outside of Austin, where Tesla is building its Central United States Gigafactory. Some people call it Terafactory, where it's going to produce Model Y, the Cybertruck, the Tesla semi-truck, as well as possibly maybe batteries at the end one day. So you can see how much has changed in the past several days since my last report, and you can see, thanks to a drone by our friend Joe Techmeyer, how much has changed at that land at Tesla Giga Texas in the past 3.5 weeks, where Tesla announced that it has chosen Austin as the place for its Gigafactory. So local authorities back in Germany, will also be checking, like I said, the noise level, and Giga Berlin is expected to be completed in time for the production of the Model Y electric crossover in July 2021. Some people say that it may be earlier. It may be earlier 2021 rather than mid 2021. But we will see if things go with this speed. We'll see how things go. I don't know how much it will take to do the internal work of these buildings. The factories, drive unit, paint, and body-in-white facilities are nearing completion thanks to prefabricated construction materials and efficient labor at the Giga Berlin, as well as the availability of the railway at Giga Berlin. Well, friends, let me know what your thoughts are about this permit. Keep in mind that government reminds that Tesla is doing this at its own risk, and but hopefully everything will be smoothly, and Gigafactory Berlin will operate next year. So this is Armen Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel. If you are interested to write Tesla stories for TorqueNews.com and your stories have reported in this channel, please contact me using the About page of this Torque News YouTube channel. And I'll see you in our next report. God bless you. Take good care of each other and have an excellent rest of the week. See you soon in the next report.